Ladies and gentlemen, it is here, everybody's most anticipated movie for 2025. A Minecraft movie. Minecraft movie. A mysterious portal pulls four misfits into the overworld. To get back home, they'll have to master the terrain while embarking on a magical quest with an unexpected crafter named Steve, aka Jack Black. But the fact of the matter is, I am finding it extremely hard to think of a reason why this movie needed to be made, and that's my biggest problem with it overall. I understand that Minecraft is one of the biggest IPs in the gaming world, so it's a very enticing idea for a company like Warner Bros. To try to make it a full-length feature film, a live-action film with Jack Black, who seems to be able to turn things that seem out of the ordinary into gold. But I don't think he did it in this one, unfortunately. But like I said, I understand it's an enticing idea for a company like Warner Bros. To try and make it a full-length feature film. But it just feels like a quick cash grab to me. You know, it just feels like something for Minecraft fans. You know, this the big IP. Oh look, it's Minecraft. That's basically all they wanted to do with this movie, is to shove Minecraft in your face and, you know, kind of pull at the heartstrings of the fan base of this community. To me, it's the prime example of let's find a very popular IP, slap it with a simple yet bland story, and then just fill it with Easter eggs that'll make the audiences hit the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Here I come.
That's really all it was. It was just a bland story with Jack Black throwing out Minecraft terms every once in a while, you know, to throw in an Easter egg from the game, like chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
But that's really all it was them going on a simple, boring quest, but make it Minecraft. That's really all it was. Not to mention that there's a ridiculous and boring out-of-place subplot with a villager that somehow ends up in the real world. And that subplot is there. It's supposed to be like a comic relief to add more funnies to the film. But every time they would cut to it, I would just find myself, you know, rolling my eyes and checking the time to see what time it was. Maybe wondering at what point this movie was going to end. So yeah, it really felt like a bland movie that they just threw in the Minecraft title, threw in some Easter eggs for fans that I'm sure some Minecraft fans are gonna like. I personally did not play the game much. It did nothing for me as just a casual viewer that pretty much doesn't know anything about the game. They did nothing for me, so all I was watching was a bland story with Minecraft slapped onto it. I know what Minecraft is. I've been on Minecraft, but I'm not too familiar with the lore, so I don't know the references, the Easter eggs. I didn't get most of them. So to me, it was just a boring story that had me wondering. At one point, I decided to go watch this movie. Not to mention that the characters don't really do much for me, and that's not, you know, me taking a shot at the actors. Just the characters are they feel like they're kind of just there because we need a story. We need the plot to kind of move along. We need somebody to go on the journey. But that's pretty much the only reason they're there. There's nothing that I can grab onto with these characters. They're just characters. They're just there for the sake of the plot. So that was another big problem I had with this film. Now, it was not all bad. I'm not here to just completely bash on this film for 10 minutes, which I probably could, by the way. There's a lot to bash on. I did surprisingly really like Jason Momoa in this film. It feels like both him and Jack Black very much, you know, embraced the fact that they were in this very memeable movie, and they kind of gave it their all to be almost outdo each other and who could be the biggest meme. And that made for a lot of laughs. Like, whenever Jack Black and Jason Momoa were on screen together, I was laughing. And especially during Momoa's moments, there's moments where he tries to speak Spanish, or he claims he can speak Spanish, but he's completely butchering what he's trying to say. And then as somebody who is bilingual and that does speak Spanish, and I knew exactly what he was trying to say, but he was saying something completely different, that really worked for me. It was funny. So yeah, Jason Momoa and Jack Black, you know, Jack Black is Jack Black. He's always going to bring his A game, even to the most ridiculous project he does. But I really like Jason Momoa and kind of the interactions between him and Jack Black. So I was laughing a good amount throughout this movie. You know, there were some jokes that didn't work, but you know, that's to be expected. But whenever they were on screen together, I did laugh. So I'm going to give the movie props for that. In the end though, unfortunately, a Minecraft movie is just a very forgettable experience for me. Like I said, I constantly found myself wondering how much longer was left in this film, looking at my phone to make sure time was actually running. And whenever I do that in a film, I just know I'm not digging it, I'm not liking it, because it just felt like it dragged along. Even though it has a pretty short runtime, the runtime somewhere, I'm gonna put the runtime somewhere up here. Even with the short runtime, I still find myself, you know, checking the time to see how much time was left. And that's indicative of how I feel about a film. Now, I was going to be harsh and give this movie a 1 or a 2, but then I remembered that I have recently seen some films that are, I would say, way worse than this one without mentioning any names. So just because I did find myself laughing throughout this film at some points, you know, not all the time, but I was laughing, I'm gonna be a little bit generous, give this movie a 4 out of 10, which is not good, but I couldn't bring myself to give it a higher score. So 4 out of 10 it is. In terms of the Eddie G tag, I got a little update for you guys. Those of you who aren't familiar with the channel, the Eddie G tag is basically my way of reviewing movies without the boring 1 out of 10 scale. Basically, I separate it into 5 different tiers. The worst tier being, I'm gonna buy this Blu-ray just so I could burn the Blu-ray. The second worst tier is, I'm gonna tell you, don't waste your time watching this movie, just don't watch it. The normal tier is kind of like, just wait for it to come out on streaming. You don't have to rush out there to the movie theaters to watch it. The fourth tier being, you have to catch this movie in theaters. I would recommend catching it in theaters. And actually there's 5 tiers. The fifth tier being, I will buy the Blu-ray to this film and put it on my special film shelf. Now, when it comes to the Minecraft movie, it's not going on the special film shelf. I'm not buying the Blu-ray just to burn it either. But I'm gonna just tell you, don't waste your time unless you're really bored and have nothing else to do. But I mean, I literally mean nothing else to do. But yeah, that was the Minecraft movie. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. If you did see it, I'm sorry for you. And that was it. This is Ground Entertainment. I'm Eddie G. Until next time.